name is Ali Asghari. I'm from Iran. I'm here in Cyprus since October 2000 as an asylum seeker, and I'm still living in this country after 13 years with the same situation, undecided, in the streets. Nowhere to go, nothing to do.
You spent 2 months in the detention center in Menoya. Can you tell me more about your experience there?
Yes. In Menoya, the situation is absolutely horrible. I mean, they take you there as an asylum seeker, but they treat you there as a criminal. The situation is very bad there. The people, all the time, they have problems with many things. Absolutely. I mean, the building is supposed to be a new building, but it has many problems in that building. People are not treated humanly in that place. They put them under different kind of pressure, mental pressure and physical pressure, in order to force them to leave or abandon the asylum seeking cases and leave this country. So in some extent they managed to do that, but some people, they were there for a very long time. I had friends there which were there for more than 1 year, and they were still kept there in Menoya in order to force them to go back to their countries.
Is there any right to protest there?
Sorry, tell me.
Is there any right to protest there? When you protest there,
Yes,
what are the
actually,
consequences?
no, you don't have any right, because they try to force you not to do any kind of protest. Actually, they force you to leave and abandon your protest. In order to do that, they even use force against you. I was there, and I was there under hunger strike for 1 month exactly. And these people, they were not even taking me to a hospital to put me under proper treatment. I mean, the people, I used to go there in the hospital and wait for 45 minutes only the doctor to visit me, to see if my physical condition is okay or not. And at the end the doctor would say that no, we don't have time. So they would take me back with exactly the same situation to the Menoya. And they were hoping that nothing will happen to me until the next shift.
Now you are outside. Do you have access to your rights? Do you have any work permit? What is your situation now?
No, I don't have any access to anything. I'm here in Cyprus, supposedly as an asylum seeker with some rights. What? The reality is something different. They don't give you any right. When they release you from jail, they don't provide you with any kind of legal paper. They just leave you in the street for future time that they have this excuse to arrest you. This thing happened to me at least 4 times. Past 5-6 years, I have been arrested for 4 times. Every time with the same excuse that I don't have visa, my file is closed, and this is not my case. This is not my problem that I get the paper. The government should provide me the legal paper, but they don't do that. They don't give me a job. They don't provide me with any kind of financial help, and I'm here in the street. I don't know what to do.
How long did you spend in Menoya, and what was your experience there?
Well, I spent 2 months in Menoya. I don't have very good experience there, because they don't treat you well that you get good experience there. They treat you, worse than, in my experience, they treat you worse than criminals. And this is not only my opinion, everybody who's there is having the same opinion. They don't take you there to make you relax in that place. They take you there to put you under mental torture in order to force you to leave this country and go back to your country. I was there under hunger strike for 1 month, and nobody would care. They just were making fun of me, prison guards, teasing me in order to break me mentally and to force me to stop my hunger strike.
Have you ever been detained before?
Yes, at least 4 times. 4 times in the last 5 years And not in Menoia, in other detention centers, in Kofino, in Aradipu, in Larnaca itself, and in Nicosia, in Black 10, all these places, each one of them, they are worse than the other one. You cannot say any good thing about them. You have to go there and see the people, how they are suffering, actually. Because when you go there and you see people there, you can understand how they are being treated there in those situations.
Can you explain me why did you do an hunger strike, and what are the main reasons the people protest inside Menoia?
The reason that I started my hunger strike is that because this thing happened to me for four times. Every time they used to arrest me and with the same excuse that you don't have any legal papers. Actually, I started to do hunger strike because I was protesting against the decision of this country, against the decision of government that it is not my fault that I don't have any paper. It is their fault. So why should I put in jail because of their faults? That's why I started my hunger strike there. And the situation, as I told you, the situation of people there in Menoia is, very bad. The food, the hygiene, everything is very bad. So, for example, before I get released from this Menoia detention center, they were protesting against food. The food is absolutely horrible there. You cannot eat it. I don't know why they do it intentionally to tease people, to make them suffer, but they don't give you proper food, proper amount of food actually. Now, in terms of amount, in terms of quality of the food is absolutely unthinkable. And I think this is the reason that they want to push people. They don't want people to feel that they are living in a hotel. They want to feel people they are in jail. They are not in detention, because detention is supposed to be a very short period of time. But people are being kept there for more than 1 year. In jail, not in Menoia. Menoia is a recent facility that they built it for deporting people. So everybody who's there already spent time in other places, in other detention centers, and they are on the whole more than 1 year in that detention center. I was the luckiest one, which I went there only spent 2 months.
You think there is other issues, people who's kept there, consider it as a big thing that they would like people to know about it, to be aware of?
What I noticed that this detention center is recently they built this place, and it's actually unknown to many people. People in this island, Cyprus, they don't know, frankly speaking, they don't know many things, these technical things about this situation of asylum seekers. They don't believe it actually, that what is happening and what government is doing to deal with these people. Asylum seekers are here more than slaves. Asylum seekers are treated like criminals. In every detention center you go and visit these people, you see that they are devoid of the basic human rights, which force these people to leave this country. That's the only thing which I can say, and I hope somebody somewhere will listen to this thing and think about this thing, what to solve this problem in Cyprus.
Manage, because we receive sometimes facts from Menoia. But I think it's not about your protest, it's more about your cases. I don't know.
No, it's not. You have to ask them repeatedly in order to give you this permission to do this.
Okay. And I will speak about the contact with the outside world, and you can also speak about the fact that they cut the network. That you don't
have mobile phone.
Mobile phone, exactly. So, is it possible for you to have any contact with the outside world? If yes, how? If not, why? What are the conditions?
They let you to have your mobile phone there, but they put a device to block the signal of the mobile phone at some times in the day, in order to limit your access to the outside world. And they let you to have those things whenever the official hours of the companies are closed, and you cannot have access to any outside world. There is another thing which when you want to fax something to your lawyer, to any human rights office, they don't let you to have an access to this fax machine. They put a paper on the wall that you can only fax to the European Human Rights Court. And nobody, I mean, everybody doesn't have case with the Human Rights Court, because I remember in one case, 10 Syrian people, they were under hunger strike. In order to push them to leave their hunger strike, they copied a paper of one Syrian who was receiving a fax from European court with the same file number. They copied and gave it to this Syrian that your file are being all investigated in the European Court of Human Rights. And they were actually fooling people with this, that you send a fax. The Syrian people, they were saying that we didn't send any fax to any place. Why you give this paper to us? When I saw the file number, I saw that they are actually fooling people with this thing in order to make them stop the hunger strike. So I can say that your access to the outside world is very much limited. You cannot use fax, even if they give you the permission. Only this is the permission to the European Court of Human Rights. And the mobile phone, they block the signal. I don't know how they managed to do that. They put the signal blocker there in order to make people not having access to their lawyers, to their families, and in order to put them under mental pressure.